In the meantime, Big Brothers Big Sisters did conduct a survey on bullying, and the results were that half of all Canadians have been victims at some time. Those are epidemic type numbers.
And tonight, CTV's Kelsey Chadwick sat down with a Swift Current teen who's making a very loud statement about bullying in a very quiet way.
The power of silence. Max Garys knows it well. Silence shaped his adolescent years.
I've been holding in the secret for a very long time. It's been many, many years that I've been holding this back, and I actually never even told anybody.
The secret. Max was bullied in school, and it wasn't until New Year's Eve when Max decided he would be silent no longer. Using flashcards, Max shared the story of his years in middle school and the bullying he endured.
It started in middle school, around 6th or 7th grade. I don't know, it's just people kind of pushed you around, called you names, and just made fun of who you are, and it's completely wrong for them to do that. And it may not seem like a big deal, but to the person that's being bullied, it's a really big deal because there's a lot of pain in it, and the people who bully don't see it.
Max's video silently, dramatically documents growing up in Swift Current, the names, the verbal jabs, his lost confidence, the anticipation of what might happen next.
The challenges were going to school and getting through the day because I was so self-conscious of what other people had thought of me.
The bullying stopped in high school, but the scars remained.
We knew that he had been bullied, but to come to this point where you're 18 and it's still haunting you may have been a little bit of a surprise to us.
Haunting is an apt description. In high school, Max contemplated taking his own life.
A lot with it to do with, of how I viewed myself, because I kind of had enough of it.
Just before high school graduation, Max turned to his friends.
It was phenomenal of how they supported me.
That support led him to his New Year's video. After all, what better time of year to change?
There's a person in me, but it's hard to show it. And definitely this year already that I've been trying to show that person, or the person I am, to people.
In his video down below, he writes about God has a plan for him, and he knows that he's better than all that, so he is going to rise above it.
He may have affected him at the time, but as to what's happened as of today, you've actually made him stronger.
Max's story isn't unique. Bullying is a growing problem. A study found 25% of children grades 4 to 6 are bullied.
They're not blatant. They're very subtle.
Which is why school divisions are proactive when students complain they're being bullied.
It's a continual process. The dialogue never stops because we're always learning. There's always new ways of students being targeted, and we're always learning how we need to respond.
The real key to stopping bullies in their tracks is students like Max who choose to speak up for themselves and for others. Internet responses to his video, 3,000 views and counting, has Max convinced his New Year's resolution was worth it.
It lights up my day because there are people, even if they're complete strangers, they do support you and they do care for you.
It's been a long and difficult journey for a boy who never liked to speak up in class, but Max Garys found his voice in his own time and in his own way. A reminder, it is never too late to speak up, even if your first words are in silence. Kelsey Chadwick, CTV News, Swift Current.
In sports, the crumbling path toward the playoffs.